I'm going to be showing you guys how I used a turtle soup scalp for my trade today, framing it with my high time frame bias. So on a weekly time frame on NQ, we can see 2 weeks ago, price made a reversal back towards the upside, as you can see here. The candle on the 5th of August closed towards the upside, and it closed also inside of the previous week's candle. And last week we saw a bullish candle towards the upside, and what I'm thinking price is going to do potentially is it will be targeting buy sides here, up there, and here eventually. But in the meantime, I'm just waiting for price to play out. And like today, like I said, I took a turtle soup entry, and this is the high time frame bias on the weekly. So now if we go down to the daily, I'm maintaining the same bullish bias. I'm only looking for buys only. As we can see, price made a downward move in since the middle of July, but now it has reversed, and it's giving me enough confirmation on the daily time frame that it wants to travel towards the upside. Like I said before, targeting these buy side liquidities here. And on the hourly time frame, we can see Monday opened opened low, high, closed. Yesterday was a bit of a choppy day, and we can see as well today, with obviously here being the longer time frame buyers, I'm looking for price to eventually purge this level of buy side liquidity here. But in the meantime, today I wanted to talk about and maybe show you guys how I executed a turtle soup entry. So basically, my trading plan involves me, looking for entries, but I will only enter my trade if there is a raid on a key level. So if there's no raid or no turtle soup on a level, I don't really enter my trade. I also want to make sure that there are a couple of elements that are present for my trade entry requirement. So that includes, well, obviously, like I said, turtle soup. I need change in state of delivery order blocks. They are both interchangeable terms. I also want to see fair value gaps being put in onto the charts by price. That signifies that there's displacement happening and there's volume in the market that's pushing price towards that direction. So from the high time frame buys on the weekly, daily, and the 1 hour, like we can see, we've already established that the bias is bullish, so I'll only be looking for longs only. And I've covered also in the previous videos, like when you're looking for a what do you call that, a long positions, price would normally accumulate, manipulate, and distribute, right? So that's your long model, your buy model. And if you're looking for price to, if you're having a bearish bias for the day or whatever that time frame that you're looking at, price will normally do a accumulation towards here, manipulate, and distribute. So before price goes down, it will make an upward move here, upward move here, I should say. Sorry for the slurring. It's been a long day, and it will manipulate before distributing. So sorry for that yap session, but just wanted to let you guys know that's how price works, and it always repeats. That pattern always is present on the charts. As you can see here, so price has been consolidating. I was actually eyeing this buy side liquidity and this sell side liquidity here. This is what we call a dealing range. But ultimately, if you want to be surgical, there are also prices you can deal with this dealing range here as well. So on the 15-minute chart, that was what I was eyeing. As you can see, that's my indicator here, my session indicator. I've also linked that on my Discord channel. If you guys want to check out my Discord channel, it's for free. It's got a nice bunch of people there talking about trade setups. They post their executions. They talk about trade ideas. They talk about trading psychology, risk management, all that good stuff. It's also a nice way to build connections and foster good friendships with traders all around the world. So I run that. Click the link below if you guys want to join. It's awesome, and I post my executions and all my other good stuff in there as well. Anyway, back to my trade. So at 9:30 open, we can see here we've got midnight open. As you can see, price went up towards the upside a little bit before coming down. I would think this is the manipulation move. So like I said before, that's the accumulation. Got the manipulation and possibly distribution towards the upside. And I think overnight price will be targeting this buy side liquidity here. Anyway, let's take that away. So I didn't trade to 8:30 like I tell you guys. I trade between 9:30 and 11. So down to the 5-minute time frame, this was what I was observing. So as we can see here at 9:30, let me change it to my mouse. 9:30 open, price open, jab towards the downside. And where it's going, you think? Well, price is actually playing in real time now, so you guys can see where it's actually going. It's probably going towards the upside here, but because I've already formed and formulated my idea and my bias that price is eventually moving towards the upside in a bullish move, and based on the high time frame bias, I'm already looking for longs position only. So we will use the long model, which is what, guys? What is it? What do we see here? We see accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So what do I see here? So there's a turtle soup right here. It's a key level, right? Turtle soup. And let me put my little cursor back. You've got a turtle soup here, but I actually wasn't. I mean, I use my 5-minute chart for confirmation, but I execute on the 1-minute time frame. So let's go down to the 1-minute time frame and be more surgical. I'll just put my 9:30 mark here, and I'll remove my indicator so you guys can see more clearly. Let's make this. Let's see, line. I'll make it blue. I'll take that dealing range away. So as you can see here, this was a level, a key level. It's not even a key level on just the 1-minute time frame. It was a key level on the 15-minute time frame. And not just that, right? We also saw a fair value gap being put in, which is a 15-minute fair value gap. And if you really want to be surgical about executions and knowing where's the best place to put your trade execution, I normally like to use a Fibonacci tool as well, and I want to explain to you guys how this works. So basically, for the Fibonacci tool, if you're in a long position, if you're looking to buy, this red area here would be considered a discount area. And if you're selling, if you're looking for shorts, this green area is considered premium. So buying or longing your position any time within this red area is considered a discount. As we can see as well, price actually turtle souped into the 61.8% mark, which is a discount, right? And so we know that on the 15-minute time frame, it hit the fair value gap here. It's got a turtle soup manipulation. It's in a discount, and we've got. Let me go down to the 5-minute. As we can see here, same thing. Well, I like to actually print out and draw these high time frame PD arrays because they carry more weight. So high time frame PD arrays have more significance and strength than your smaller time frames. So on the 1-minute execution, let me chuck my execution on. There you go. So as we can see here, there was turtle soup that was formed. I waited and waited for a couple of my setups to appear. So basically, let me just write down my entry requirements for you guys. So my entry requirements, first of all, I will need high time frame bias, right? I will need to see the lower time frame bias aligning with high time frame bias. Okay, and furthermore, I want to see where are my PD arrays, and this is the most important thing that I wanted to say. So for entry requirements, I will need these few things. I will need turtle soup. I will need an FVG being formed. I will also need a change in state of delivery, or if it surpasses or breaches an order block. Well, sometimes I use inverse fair value gap as well, but that is not necessarily a deal breaker if that's not printed on a chart. But ultimately, those are the items that I look for, and obviously risk management and that sort of stuff. So I normally go for 1 to 2, and I take partials as well. So just let me write that down as well. So normally I go for 1 to 2. I take partials because partials pay, right? So anyway, let's do this together. So there was a turtle soup here, 15 minutes. Sorry for the yapping session, and there was a 1 minute fair value gap that was put in here. We also have a change of state delivery. Where? Change of state delivery here. Let me see. Well, some people will consider this change in state of delivery because it's the one that took out liquidity, right? But I want to see the bodies of the candle, of the bullish candle, actually closing above this bearish candle here. So where would that candle be? That candle will be this one that formed at 940, right? So basically, there was turtle soup form, right? I've got my high time frame bias sorted, lower time frame bias aligning with high time frame bias sorted. I've got my PD arrays, and I've got my turtle soup. I've got my fair value gap here. I've got my change in state of delivery that occurred. Last thing to do was to put in my what do you call that? Risk to reward ratio. So I had my risk to reward ratio, I think somewhere here, below this candle over here. I think it was here, and it was around, I think 1 to 2. I normally just set it to 1 to 2 and I let it play out. So I was a little bit of a drawdown for about 5 minutes, and basically price just went upwards. Took partials here because I take partials as soon as it reaches 1 to 1. So well, it depends on the level as well. So 1 to 1, that's there. I took my partial there, and my final one I took it off about right here. Didn't want to risk it too much today because there was actually news at FOMC meeting, I think. So like I said, price ultimately will try and reach its buy side liquidity here, but I was pretty happy with my entry. You know, I learned not to be greedy in trading. You can't let greed take over because you're just supposed to enter based on a process. You're not supposed to come in thinking how much money you can make. So basically, like I said before, you've got your accumulation, manipulation, and distribution. Oh, and as you can see, this is serendipity. Called it out live on this video, and price did take that buy side liquidity. So I reckon price is gonna either continue higher or it's just gonna make another turtle soup before rushing down again, targeting all these low resistance liquidity run. Anyways, hope you guys found this video helpful, and I'll catch you guys at the next charting session.